step was I was summoned at the level of the National Defense Security and Defense Council.
Headed by Babangida?
Babangida and Abacha was prominent. They said, okay, that a committee headed by Abacha should find a solution to the problem. I said, how do we find a problem? We should be allowed to conclude what we started to say. Abacha, in that committee, I'm quoting names. Abacha was in it. Nyako, Nyako was in it. General Aliyu Gusso was in it. David Mark was in it. Was the Minister of Communication. I was in it. Secretary of the Commission, Director of Legal Services was in it. Professor Deria, National Commissioner representing River State. We met in Abacha, when we met in Abacha's house, guest house in Abuja. He set another subcommittee, including myself, Akpambo, late now, Akilu, the Secretary of the Commission, I think one other advisor-in-law in the State House. When we got at that subcommittee level, I told them, gentlemen, there is nothing for us to meet. The law is clear. Elections have been conducted. Results have been collected. The only one remaining is that of Taraba. And he had come along with it. Please allow us to conclude. We are a technical body. We are not politicians. In any case, if you don't want us to release the result, you should call Abiola and Tofa or negotiate with Abiola. That Abiola was the winner. Well, you know, military, the military personnel in it were afraid. They said, okay, you report, you are the chairman of the commission. We went back to Abacha's guest house. And I reported, well, sir, the law that allowed us to conclude this election made no provision for this technical body, for your committee. You should allow us to conclude the result with that of Taraba and announce it. Or you call in Abiola and negotiate with him. He shouted on me, who are you to tell us what to do? You are not a member of National Defense and Security Council. You are not. The council and the court decided you should not conduct the election. You went ahead and conducted the election, that it was illegal. You will recall, throughout Abacha's regime, his Minister for Information regarded our election as illegal. Said, well, you are not a member. Go to Aso Rock, where all of us will now take a decision. What will happen? Call all your national commissioners. That was, it's a military regime. So, because many people didn't know what, so I was to call my secretary to invite all my national commissioners to come to Aso Rock. It was David Mark. He was then the Minister of Communication, who called, used mobile. That's when the mobile was starting. He called myself, Andrew Mana. I'm mentioning them. Called, you all wanted at Aso Rock. We went there. Here was a full meeting.
Which date was that?
Was around 18 of yes, or this 18 June. When we got there, Babangida said, NEC, National Electoral Commission, what is your position on this election? I answered. I was the boss, leadership of Next Stops with me. I said, sir, allow us just 2 minutes so that it will not be Humphrey Nwosu's decision. It will be that of National Electoral Commission. He said, okay, 2 minutes. We went to one of the rooms. Said, gentlemen, ladies and Eruku was a lady National Commission. We don't have anything to do with politics on this. They should allow us to conclude.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, economy, and development in Nigeria and around the world. That was late Professor Humphrey Nwosu, the chairman of National Electoral Commission, NEC, when the 1993 June 12 election was conducted. In an interview with Sahara Reporters TV, where he confirmed the story of June 12 as told by military president General Ibrahim Badamosi Babangida. You know that since the launch of his memoir, A Journey in Service, the Abacha family, some of the members of the Abacha family had been attacking him about some content of the book, what he wrote about their father. And one of the accounts, one of the things they are not happy about and people were talking about was that IBB was wrong in putting Abacha at the center of the military cabal that annulled the June 12 election, that stood in the way of the actualization of the June 12 election result. Now that has, this old interview of Professor Humphrey Nwosu has confirmed the role of Abacha, David Mark and others in the June 12 saga. But most importantly, Abacha was a key player in ensuring that the June 12 annulment was a reality and that the result was never validated at all. Now, Humphrey Nwosu is actually the hero of the June 12 struggle. That June 12 is talked about today is because of Professor Humphrey Nwosu. One, he had the courage of his own conviction to disobey a court order stopping him from conducting the election. He was standing by the law that he should conduct the election, that no court can stop him. And he, based on that, he went ahead and conducted the election. It was not only that, he was so courageous that even when the election was stopped, it was conducted, he was stopped from announcing the result. He announced part of the results. And when you listen carefully, if you had listened carefully to the interview, you will discover that all the results were available. How they went to court and tendered the result. And when you tender that result, it became a public document. So nobody can claim that there was no election, or that the election was inconclusive, or that it didn't hold. The results were available. And that was because of the tenacity of Professor Humphrey Nwosu. He was brutalized. He was terrorized by the military for having the guts to go ahead with the election, for having the guts to announce the election results. Unfortunately, he's not being celebrated today. He's not being acknowledged even by those who claim that they were the June 12 apostles. including President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who claimed to be among the inner circle of Abiola. But he was excited to participate in the launch of that book. Only God knows what Abiola would have thought if he's alive today. But the truth of the matter remains that Professor Humphrey Nwosu was a Democrat by excellence. And you can see he was apolitical. He saw his job as a technical job to deliver the election, conduct it, and deliver the result. And that was what he was particular about, that they should allow them to conclude. It wasn't Babangida that stopped them from concluding. It was Abacha and co. that stopped them from concluding the release of the election, because Abacha himself, from all indication, was gearing up to take over from Babangida. They have their reasons. They don't want Abiola to be president. But Professor Humphrey Nwosu had shown that he was a patriot, because it is not easy to be in the presence of these military dictators and tell them the truth, speaking truth to power. Other men, lily-livered men, would have caved in, but you can see how he was talking about it. Even in the presence of Abacha, in the presence of Babangida, he said, let us release what is needed is for us to conclude the process. And if he hadn't been that forthright, nobody would have even known that Abiola won the election. He was the first to show the whole result of the election that gave credibility to the Abiola's quest or his family's quest for his recognition. It was because of the result that was compiled by Professor Humphrey Nwosu. Now that takes me to the issue of what can be done to immortalize Professor Humphrey Nwosu, who died not long ago and will soon be buried, or may have been buried before by the time you are watching this video, is that a national monument should be named after him. And one of the people that have suggested what should be done for Professor Humphrey Nwosu, for what he had done for our democracy. Because if June 12 has become a rallying point of Nigerian democracy, leading to the recognition of Abiola as a former president, and June 12 being acknowledged as our democracy day, the man who made it possible, the man who defied the court orders and went ahead and conducted that election, the man who was insistent that the whole election must be concluded at the risk of his own life, Professor Humphrey Nwosu, deserves a national monument named after him. And Chief Dr. Okorie, the founder of the All Progressive Congress and the pioneer national chairman of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, the founder of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, Chief Dr. Okorie, many people may not be aware. Many people mistakenly think that the All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, was founded by late Chief Odumegwu Ojukwu. That's not true. The party was founded and registered by Chief Dr. Okorie, who eventually emerged also is founding national chairman. Okorie was the national chairman when APGA eventually produced the first governor of Anambra State in the person of Peter Obi. Now, in a recent statement that Chekwasokore issued, and let me also state this, it was after Chekwasokore founded APGA that Dim Odumegwu ran under the party's platform in 2003 to contest for the presidency against President Olusegun Obasanjo and General Muhammadu Buhari of the then APP. So Chekwasokore, in a recent statement following the launch of the book of General Ibrahim Babangida's new book, had called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to use his good offices to honor Professor Humphrey Nwosu by naming a major national monument after him. And in his estimation, there is no better befitting edifice to be named after him than the national headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission, that it should be named after Professor Humphrey Nwosu. And you cannot dispute that his suggestion. The national headquarters of the INEC should be known, and they should be gazetted as Professor Humphrey Nwosu House, because of the role he played for democracy, the role he played in making June 12th the rallying point of Nigeria's democracy today. Without him, there will be no Abiola's presidency we are talking about. There will be no honor for Abiola. If he had cooperated with the military, they could have destroyed the results, and nobody will have any figure to rely on to talk about Abiola winning an election. He stood his ground. He risked his life against the military. And you can imagine the story he narrated in the video you're listening to now. This was during the time of the military. Some of these things he was narrating were not in the public glare. There was no social media, and the media were not allowed to get involved in things like that. Yet, at the risk of his life, he insisted that the election must be concluded, that they must be allowed to announce the result. Already, he had deposited the result in the court, thereby making it a public document. He is a hero of democracy. He deserves INEC office, headquarters, to be named after him, as suggested by Chief Dr. Chekwasokore. I don't know what to think about this, but whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. What do you think about Professor Humphrey Nwosu being immortalized? What beside INEC, is there another thing you think is more befitting to be named after Professor Humphrey Nwosu? And for one, his video, his own interview with Sahara Reporters has confirmed what IBB said, that Abacha was a key player in the annulment of the June 12th election. Whatever his families may be thinking, at least somebody has come to corroborate what IBB wrote in that book, in his book, about key players who sabotaged the conclusiveness of the June 12, 1993 election that has become a rallying point of Nigeria's democracy today. What is your view on this? Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.